code and say, yeah, this code looks good. I'm going to do it for you. So it says the configuration is valid, right? So I say Terraform plan, and then it will check the code and say, if I go ahead and execute this code for you, this is what I will do for you. Is that what you want? It's checking now. And it will give me the plan. So let's wait. And then it says it will do all of this for me. All right. So this is just the summary. And then finally, yeah, I'm happy with that now. Terraform apply. Which means go ahead and execute it and give me all of them. All right. The only answer it takes here is yes. Yes, go ahead. Any other answer is not acceptable. So this way, it will connect, provided I set up my provider and my AWS CLI, it will connect to my AWS cloud, set up my infrastructure there, and I'm still working from here. All right. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So let's just give a few moments for the provisioning of our 3 servers to complete. All right, so the provisioning is complete. And then because we asked it to give us this output, it will give us the output of the 3 server, the IP address. We need the public IP addresses to be able to communicate with each other. All right, so let's save that one somewhere. Notepad. All right, so now we have all of these. So I'm going to SSH into the servers one by one. This first one, I will use it as my Jenkins server where I will do my continuous integration. In order to SSH, the command is SSH -I. What is my key pair? The akin.
SSH I minus or SSH minus I?
Minus I. No. Sorry. Minus I. So the akin key pair .n at Ubuntu and that. All right. So that is the command to SSH. So I take this command now and I go to my PowerShell and I say SSH into that server, and that is it. I successfully SSH. So let me rename this terminal my Jenkins server for easy identification. All right, clear. But it's empty server. We're not actually configured it for Jenkins. So now let us configure it for Jenkins by installing Java. Git is already installed by default. So git ---- version shows that Git is installed. Java ---- version shows that Java is not installed. So let us install Java, Maven, and others. Again, we refer to the notes. The commands are already here. So we say install. All right. So this is it. So the first thing to install is Java because we are building Java projects. So we need Java environment. So we'll just copy this, Control-C, and then we'll come to the server. I will paste. That will install Java. And after that, the next thing is to download and install Jenkins. Maven, sorry. So we come down here. This is the command to install Maven. In another 5 months or so, this command may be obsolete. So you can always go to the documentation right here. Let me show you Control-C. In DevOps, everything works with documentation. Let me see what's going on here. It's still installing, so we still have time to do that. So I go here, come here. So this is the documentation about. What did I copy? Let me see. Okay, I should add. Control C, Control V. All right. So this is where I copied it from. Right? Okay. So okay, so we are ready now for the next command. So what you see in that documentation, this is it here. This is what to click when you get there. Binary tar archive. Binary tar. This is what to click. All right, so it's already explained it. So to install Maven, I'll just copy all of this at once. Control C, and then I'll come here and I'll Control V. That will install the tool that will help us build our Java codes. And if I want to ask Maven, are you there?
Yeah.
Maven. Yeah, I'll just ask him Maven if he's there. So Maven -- version tells me that Maven is installed. All right, so far so good. I hope I'm not too fast. You are still catching.
Yeah.
Okay.
We recorded this session as well.
Yes, we are recording it, and I'll make the video available.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
So what we just created now is the Ubuntu. You SSH into the Jenkins server.
Yes, the server that we created in Cloud through infrastructure as code. I just SSH
Okay.
into it, and now I am loading the DevOps tools into that server.
The server, okay.
Yeah. So I just installed Maven. So the next thing I want to install now into that server is Jenkins. Jenkins. So again, I go to the note, and then if I scroll down to the appropriate place, I'll find Jenkins.
We've passed it here.
Yeah, install and configure Jenkins. Again, like I said, it's about documentation. But every time I copy the documentation into my notes, it has a way of not working. So I don't have the command here, so I'll just go to that documentation and then to tell me how to install Jenkins.
Okay.
All right, so this is the one about Jenkins. Long-term Jenkins. So this is it. Long-term support release. So I just copy this command to install Jenkins, Control C. And then I come here and I install. I paste the command. All right. Do you want to continue? Yes. Y for you. And that will install Jenkins. So because Jenkins is installed now, we can now confidently call that server our Jenkins server. All right. And what's the IP address of that server?
You have it in your notebook here.
Exactly. Control C, Control V. To access Jenkins, I'm going to use that IP address to access the machine and then access Jenkins through port 88. It's always through port 88. So that is Jenkins dashboard. Jenkins dashboard. So I come back here and I see that Jenkins is now installed. So I go to my browser and I go to that server through port 8080 and it brings me to the Jenkins dashboard so I can begin to use it. All right, and it tells me enter your password. I say I don't have password now, but it says don't worry, I've saved the password for you. Yeah, go on. So I copy that, Control C, go to my Jenkins server. Go to my Jenkins server and ask my Jenkins server, They said the password is here. Show it to me. Oh. Look at then that. Okay. All right, so this is the password. So I copy it, Control C. I come back and say, now I have the password. I put it there, and it is fine. That is it. So I go ahead, install the common plugins that Jenkins needs to do its everyday work. Create pipeline, Git, LDAP, all the common plugins are now being installed. And then once all of that is installed, it presents me an interface to log in.
Okay.
Okay, so enter a username. Let me just use admin to create my username. Admin. All right, see, okay, that's fine. I don't need to save anything. Save that. All right, we're now ready to start using Jenkins. So this is our Jenkins. We'll be building all of our projects. All right, so before we even start to build our first project, let's first of all go to Manage Jenkins and set up our tools. The tools that we set up earlier on, we need to introduce them to Jenkins. So Jenkins, we have set up Java. Anytime you are looking for Java, just call my Java, and then it will answer you. All right. Where is my Java so that Jenkins can pick it from there? Let me ask Jenkins. Jenkins, where did you install Java? Naming -. It says Java was installed here. Okay. So double click, Control C, and I say that is where Java is. All right. What about Git? Jenkins, you and Git, you are friends now. You know